All right, so this week I am in Texas, or Tejas, at Mineral Wells State Park. Um, there's a lot to do here, hiking and mostly water sports. I'm going to take my kayak out here a little bit later, but right now I'm going to do some hiking on the red Waterfront Trail down to a place called Penitentiary Hollow and through these old post oaks that are older. Some of them are older than the state of Texas itself, and a remnant of the ancient cross timbers ecosystem. Some of y'all may remember that from like history in sixth or seventh grade. Talk about the cross timbers because they were such a barrier to early settlers as they tried to cross the continent and explore. It runs from kind of north central Texas through all of Oklahoma originally and into southern Kansas. And this is a remnant of that ecosystem. And some of these trees, the larger ones, and we're going to try to look for some of those, are, according to like the sign up there, older than your great great grandfather would be. So we're going to get started on that. Very cool trail. So yeah, we're going to work our way down to the waterfront, I believe. All right, so we've made it to the waterfront part of the Waterfront Trail finally. Things to know: the trail coming down, the first leg of it, it's definitely moderate. It's very rocky. Um, you probably want to wear shoes and not like sandals or flip flops or anything when you come down. But yeah, it's very moderate, but it's a pretty little walk down. And we're now at the waterfront, and I'm gonna work my way down towards Penitentiary Hollow now. All right, so we're not quite to Penitentiary Hollow yet, but I need to tell you about the trail itself. It ain't no easy about it anywhere. It is moderate, full on, into hard, into strenuous. Um, the footing is tough. A lot of detritus on the ground. Um, the footing's actually very tough. You have to watch your footing. You have to be careful. Like, you could easily turn an ankle, sprain an ankle, roll an ankle if you have weak joints. This is actually a pretty dang tough trail. It's not super well marked. You need to know that. I mean, it is in sections, but there's a lot of junction points where trails split, and there's not a red marker inside as to which way you're supposed to go. So I've actually done a fair bit of wandering around trying to get back on the right trail doing this. So be aware of that as you go. It's beautiful down here. Some of the rock formations are just freaking absolutely awesome. Yeah, it got really beautiful colors in them, and yeah, really neat stuff. Really neat stuff. It's a beautiful hike, but it's not easy. Understand that. Finally found one of the giant, old, very old post oaks. Dude's pretty gnarly. It's hard to see from here, but I'm not gonna climb back in there. But yeah, that's a big old tree for Texas. They say everything's bigger in Texas. That's not true. Their trees are wimpy. I've made my way to Penitentiary Hollow. That's pretty dramatic. Pretty dramatic indeed. Ah, there's another one of those giant post oaks. Oh, we're under one. Look at that. I see there were some anchors up here. Here's an anchor over here. They do a lot of rock climbing here. Got anchors. And yeah, I think I'm gonna wander my way on down to the overlook and see what all we can get into here. This is pretty cool. I'm up at the overlook now above Penitentiary Hollow. I'm gonna see if we can get down there, how hard it'll be to get down there, because you can't see it, but we got some folks down there either climbing or rappelling, and that'd be some cool footage to have if we can get down there. But yeah, overlook, pretty cool. Sheer walls, I'd say 40 feet, maybe 45 feet. A lot of preset anchors. Lot of preset anchors all along the top. Like, I bet this is a kind of a destination around here for climbing and rappelling. And this is Penitentiary Hollow. I see there's some people down here that are rappelling, but no one's on the wall right now. So we're gonna miss out on that. All right, so finished up with the red trail, the red waterside trail. And y'all, it's a real hike. Make no mistakes, it's moderate all the way with some strenuous absolutely thrown in there. It's a tough trail. It's over 100 degrees right now in Texas, and I'm definitely feeling it. But I'm gonna do it. This is a transition shot, peek behind the curtain to the next thing we're doing, which is gonna be me on the water. Gonna get out with the kayaks here pretty soon. I think I'm gonna check out the park store first, because state park stores are always awesome. But yeah, so we are transitioning from here to there now. All right, it is now time to take out my new low-priced kayak and give it a shot and get out here on Lake Mineral Wells and try some fishing and just do a little kayaking around the lake, see what kind of good footage we can get there. They've got a beach over here at Lake Mineral Wells, lots of people here swimming, having a good time. There have been people out in kayaks and other kinds of boats. Things of interest you should know about Texas, or at least this lake: no large motors allowed. They will actually rent people John boats, like flat bottom boats with a trolling motor, but no motors over a certain level. I don't think any outboard motors, so you don't have to worry about that. And two, in Texas state parks, whether you're a resident or not, fishing is free. And like, I'm looking at you, Oklahoma, where I grew up, where it cost like an in-state resident like close to $500,000 a year just to fish. This is mind-blowing and an absolutely amazing thing, and the way it should be, in my opinion, when it comes to fishing and whatnot, when it comes to like state parks and public lands. But anyway, now I'll get off my soapbox. But yeah, it's quite an awesome thing, and that's what I'm going to get after right now. We had deer walking around just a little bit ago. Actually, I think I just heard one. I'd say, like, this park is really, really, really busy today. There's cars everywhere in the parking lot. There's people everywhere. But if you like fishing, like, this no boats with motors over a certain size thing's pretty awesome. Nobody's out here on the water fishing right now. It's super quiet and secluded over here. My cameraman's floating off into the distance. Probably won't even be able to hear me. We'll have to see if it works. But yeah, it's really nice out here. It's really nice out here. Well, I almost got all the way up on him. But maybe that was cool. We'll see. Well, I found him again. Sorry it's shaky. It's hard to paddle. Stay stable. It's now day 2, and you may notice a bit of break in continuity. There was no transition from last night to today. It's because I lost that shot to audio malfunction in my camera here. But I am here to wrap it up today. And so Mineral Wells State Park, all the things you need to know is there are 9 hiking trails, there are 6 fishing piers, there is a boat dock, which is right over here next to me, there is a swimming beach, which is right here behind me, and there's a really cool park store that's right here in front of me. They got a lot of cool stuff in there, but this is a really cool state park. It's a very cool state park. There's a ton of camping sites. There's hike-in primitive camping over on the far lake side of the lake back yonder. There's also equestrian camp and equestrian trails. And there is a trailway spur that connects to the Texas Trailway, or the Mineral Wells Trailway, and it's a Rails to Trails Conservancy trail system, which I'm a huge proponent of RTC. I subscribe to them and pay a little membership every year and got a t-shirt. Everyone that likes to hike should be into the Rails to Trails thing. Anyway, yeah, Mineral Wells State Park here in Mineral Wells, Texas. Super cool place to stay. It's got a little bit of everything for everyone. Rock climbing, rappelling, must sign a waiver coming into the park to do that. Boating, fishing, swimming, the whole nine. Like, they've got everything down here, and I've really enjoyed my 2 days here at Mineral Wells State Park. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, please like, please subscribe, and please share it with your friends. And yeah, I appreciate you guys watching, and we will see you in the next video.
We here at Studio 119 would like to remind all of you out there listening, wherever you might be, that though the hill might be steep and the trail be rocky, the mountaintop awaits. Carry on.